This is a magical elevator where there is no button for the first floor and the ground floor button doesn't work. Wojtek Balboa welcomes you in the 9th episode of a day in the life on an IoT student in Warsaw University of Technology series. As I mentioned last time, a triathlon is coming up, to be precise, a 1/8 triathlon. So I started daily runs. Currently, my goal is simply to build up a running routine, so these don't need to be intense or long workouts at all. I just wake up, go out to get moving, and that's it. Usually, when I go running, I don't plan any route in advance. I just follow the green lights. I also try to avoid places like this, right next to main streets and noisy roads, but today it just turned out that way. So, it is what it is. Today is Saturday, a day without meal boxes, so it would be a good idea to drop by the store and buy groceries for the whole weekend. Then I pack into the elevator with the groceries. If you are wondering how professionals create electronics without chaos and with maximum collaboration, the answer is Altium Develop. Imagine an environment where you eliminate the problem of manually emailing files to others, such as mechanical engineer for PCB verification, and start working in real time in one cloud. Altium Develop is an advanced professional central hub that integrates the PCB design tool with the broader ecosystem. With it, you can forget about the frustration and delays that come from constantly losing context and having to manually track corrections. A quick breakfast in its classic version, served alongside highlights of the latest matches. Today I spent some time working on my server, where from now on I keep all my files, photos and videos. But let's take it one step at a time. This is my home and dorm server. I'll completely remove the display later because I plan to use it as an additional external screen for my computer. Here is an external drive enclosure with two 4TB drives inside. The laptop is connected to the local network using a USB-C to Ethernet adapter. So we have a laptop connected to two 4TB drives. These drives operate in write 1, which in practice means that the system sees one 4TB drive, while a backup copy of the first drive is continuously kept on the second one. In case the first drive fails, I always have a backup on the second. The laptop runs Ubuntu server. I also installed Tailscale so that I and anyone I grant access to can have remote access to this system. I'm also using Docker, which means if I ever want to migrate my system from the laptop to another device, it will be very simple. Now for the best part, the containers. First up is Samba, a service that allows incredibly fast and convenient file sharing within the local network. On a Mac, you just click Connect to Server, enter the address, and you have access to all files. It works very similarly on Windows. Second and third, Jellyfin and Image. Jellyfin is like a home Netflix, and Image is an alternative to Google Photos. What I love most about it is that I installed it on my phone and enabled data synchronization. Thanks to this, all photos from my phone are transferred to the drive, meaning I can safely delete them from my phone immediately after syncing to save space. Next is Nextcloud, which is essentially something like Google Drive, so there is not much more to add. It also has a mobile app available. Finally, Portainer, a graphical control panel in the web browser that lets me monitor and manage all containers without needing to use any terminal commands. In the evening, you can go for a walk, for example to the National Stadium. Unfortunately, I wasn't the only one who came up with this idea. Since everyone has gathered here, maybe I will use this moment. Hello, attention please. Raise your hand if you like the idea of having your own home server. Well, there are quite a few. And who is going to drop a like under this video? No fireworks, but it will do. Goodbye everyone, you may disperse.